Everybody to the December 12th Cultural Council meeting. I want everybody to know it's being recorded, that way we're all aware. Let's first go over the minutes from the previous meeting.
Okay. We met last month, Thursday, on November 21st at 7 o'clock. Those in attendance were Joanne, Shannon, Jim Stover, Barbara, myself, and Sandy could not make it. We did not have any guests. We reviewed and accepted the minutes from the October 23rd meeting. We discussed in old business, Jim reviewed the financials. Several FY24 grantees have submitted paperwork for payment, bringing our balance to $5,648.08, with an outstanding balance of $38.25 for grants. Under new business, considerable time was spent reviewing the FY25 grant requests. A tentative list of accepted and declined requests has been established, but due to limited resources, MCC is modifying terms or reducing the grant amount requested for several applications. Grant requests that will be declined will be notified on December 1st, which they were. With all business completed, we adjourned at 8:20, and the next meeting is as we stated.
All those in favor of accepting the minutes, say hi, please. Opposed? Thank you, Paul. Have you received any feedback on any of the denials from anybody that was sent to them?
I sent out. I sent out 14 denials. I heard back from of the applicants. Just saying, I'm sorry it didn't work out, and maybe we'll do better next time.
Okay.
Very, very positive. There were no negative comments made. So that's good. I was glad about that.
I know we've got a couple more days before we can go out and send the approval letters, being the timing wise. So probably by January, we can do it then to send them out, beginning of January. So, do we want to split it up to do it, or do you want, like we did last year, where we each took a certain group amount to do it? Or, I mean, whatever anybody wants to do, or, I mean, sending the approval letters are fairly easy, so I could do it all at once if you'd like. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, however you want to do it, easiest thing.
Okay, then I'll send them all out at once. That way it will be all one bulk, and I can split it out that way. We don't, that way they can be like, well, who sent who what, and who said what, and who did that, and did anybody hear back? And we go back and forth like that. This way here, it'll all be one. Bye guys. Bye bye, have a nice night. And, it'll be taken care of that.
What is the timeframe we have to get those letters done?
We have that, once we have to wait like
30 days?
30 days, for the denials. And
Okay.
then after that, if we get no feedback or kick anybody. And I haven't seen anything automatically generated, because sometimes if they go into the Mass Cultural site, you'll get an automatic saying this person, has requesting an appeal, reviewing but I haven't seen anything come through for anybody at all. So once that happens, we then can generate and go into the Mass Cultural site saying, your denials will all be done, and then you can go in and do your approvals, and we can generate the letters to send them off.
Okay.
Because once we go in and hit approval in the cultural site, that automatically generates a letter too.
Right.
Saying that they've been approved. So
Yeah.
technically, we're doing it like a double win. We're doing it as a council, as ourselves, saying, thank you, you've been approved, yada, yada, yada. And then Mass Cultural does it as well.
Okay.
So it covers both bases.
So realistically, anytime after the first of the year,
Correct,
because those notices went out before 12/1.
correct, but, all right, yeah, so maybe by the end of the year.
Well, actually, they went out. We met on the 21st. I can verify it. It probably went out the 22nd.
22nd, so so within the not next week, the week after, the week of Christmas, we could technically. Do it, so
Okay.
that way there. I know we have to do our final financial report has to be in by January 16th. So that'll show all the money that's allocated, everything else that's going on, so, I do know that, because I got an email from, is it Greg? Is our new representative? I think it's Greg saying, be mindful of the time frame. These are the times that are coming and stuff like that. And then, of course, you always get the email Grams if we don't make the deadline on time saying, I noticed that you missed this, but there's a reason why, and and stuff like that. Well, sometimes it's like, oh, I forgot we had to do that, or we just didn't know that that was part of the process, because we're all learning as we go, so, so we'll take it from, that works for everybody then? Okay,
Yeah, sure.
sounds good.
Oh, like this list where they're all numbered, can you just run through and say like number 1, 4, 5, whatever the ones declined? Or
Okay,
do you,
I can give you the, well, I don't have the numbers, but I can say, 85559 Greater Milford Ballet.
wait. You know what, never mind, it's okay, it'll take me too long to look up all the numbers.
Well, too, okay, I'm gonna, I just go over the Greater Milford Town document restoration.
Number 20.
Yeah, and that,
Oh, why did we,
wasn't that the one the Nutcracker Great Milford Ballet Association?
Right.
we've done them in the past. That's okay, I wasn't here, that's okay.
Okay, town I can give you the, I can give the, want me to send you this list?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I have it in Excel, I didn't bring my laptop with me, I have it in Excel too, as far as who was declined and who was approved with the dollar amounts. Cause some of the approvals, we approved less than what they were
Yeah.
asking,
Yeah. Well,
because we tried to.
Not a lot, but.
Not a lot, we just tried to make sure we gave everybody a chance as far as money wise, the ones we wanted to.
And then it's up to them to say yay or nay.
Yeah. Correct, and we won't find that out probably till the end of January, once their letters go through and it goes through the cultural website as well. We may find out after that, this person will say, no, I don't want them, I wanted the full amount, or not at all.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
and then we'll revisit anybody then that we've shortchanged to say, well, we now can fund you X amount of dollars more to make up the
Yeah.
difference if that does happen.
Okay.
So that way because we do know that if we don't spend it,
we won't get it
we
next
won't
year.
get it next year. They'll short us down next year. So it's a spend. You rarely ever hear that, but in this case, it's like you want to make sure you
Oh,
spend
no,
it,
I-
and
So the numbers that Jim put out, well, at the last meeting, that sounds about right. That we have $2,000, that sounds about right.
Mhm.
So at this point, we might want to consider granting some of that money. We were saving it to do something at the new town hall area, and we put out a call for artists and didn't get any response. So we might consider. We might want to consider spending some of that money, because the scarecrow contest did not,
it costs you like $400.
yeah, it didn't.
The only other thing is that you may want to make sure we allocate something for next year.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
next year we had decided we wanted to do a reception.
Yep.
And invite everybody there and
Yep.
have like
Yep.
apple cider and coffee and whatever else. So if we
Yep.
allocate a certain amount for that, and then whatever the difference is, definitely we should spend it. Or even if we do something on our own again in the spring, just to spend the money and promote something cultural in
Yeah.
the spring. I know I mentioned it briefly the last time around, and I don't know, I'm throwing this out, is maybe doing a historic scavenger hunt with the Historical Society, somebody and them giving us, and doing that in the town, and go back and looking at different historic sites, especially stuff that people don't know about.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
how many graveyards are in this town, I couldn't tell you, from what I understand.
That is a lot, out in the
From what
woods.
I understand,
And the
right,
graves.
there's a graveyard on this street. Where is it? I have no idea. I would never know in my wildest dream where it is. So different unique things like that, it would make people learn about the town. And as I said, next year I want to do QR codes for the scarecrow contest. So why not we try it? We decide to do a scavenger hunt, do the QR codes. And that way there, when they register, that QR code shows that they went and found that.
Right.
And that way they have to go through and find, say, 15 items and do it that way. So, I mean, that's something to consider doing, and doing like a prize of some sort or a gift basket or something like that. But it'd be a fun Saturday afternoon event or a Saturday morning event in the spring when the weather's nice.
Yeah.
And they would get the Historical Society involved, because I'm sure there are people out there, I'm positive there are people out there that have lived in this town since they were born here, that know a lot about the town that I would love to know, or hear about, so, I mean, that's a possibility.
Well, I think that sounds cool.
Interesting.
All right, so we could think about that and see what the cost would be in having that, and then have a little, at the end of it, say we did it from like 8 o'clock to noon time on a Saturday, and right afterwards, we have like a winning award ceremony reception, because if we do a QR code, I would think, but then again, I'm not an IT guru, it would give you the results in like within a half hour, because you would know.
Right.
And you would know, you can't cheat, because you're gonna have to do that QR code,
Right.
there's no way possible, so,
Yeah, I could see the scouts getting involved in it. My son-in-law is very involved with the Boy Scout, they don't call boys, scouting, the boys and girls. I think they'd really enjoy that.
yeah, and for them, some of that's for, because I did Boy Scouts, just, what do you call it, orienteering? Or something like that, where you have to navigate to certain areas to get there.
Yeah.
It's one of their badges that they
Yeah.
have to get, or one of the things they have to do in order to get a badge.
Mm.
So they can combine it and make it different things.
That'd be
So
cool.
that's a possibility.
I think they'd jump on that.
Okay, so,
Some of the leaders I've met, and they're really gung ho, getting the kids out there and, going out and building shelters in the woods.
so, yeah.
When my grandkids come home, they start building shelters in the front of the house.
But it would be fun, and and I don't know if maybe we talk maybe to somebody in the school system to say, hey, we're gonna be doing this possibly in the spring, if you wanna talk anything about Mendon history in your classroom or anything like that, you could incorporate this in to kind of say, they're gonna do the history and different things like that, so it's one of the things that we could do, so. Everybody think about
That's
anything,
good.
but. Did you say something, Shannon?
I was just thinking if it's something we're gonna do with the historical, maybe we invite some of the members from the historical commission to one of our meetings after
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
spring.
Good idea.
That's a good idea. Maybe, the January meeting, maybe since, or February, why don't we say February meeting? Because that way they'll be closer to the springtime. In the meantime, I look at QR codes to see how they're done and everything. And, we could do that because I think it'd be good. And that way there kind of gives us like, there are so many committees in town and there's so many, we all feel like we're like, this one's here, this one's there, this one's there, this one's here. If we can kind of start working together and promoting different things to help along the way, it'd be a good thing, and
Definitely.
so. All right, so I will reach out. Who is the president of the historical? Does anybody know? I know Jane Lowell must be on the committee. I don't know.
Jane Lowell, yep, Kathy Schofield, Rich Schofield, and also Ruth O'Grady. I know she's really involved in it as well. So I'd be happy to talk to them as well to see if they'd be willing to come out. You're shooting for January or February?
Say February. Why don't we say a February meeting? Okay.
Yeah. So we can plan something for a spring, kind of collaborate on something together.
Correct. Like we could do it like in May, sort of. Like when the weather is kind of nice and it's not pouring outside. Because nothing's worse than looking for stuff in the pouring rain.
Right.
And that way do it that way. All right.
Sure. Yep. I'll reach out.
Anybody else have anything else? Because we're kind of like in a holding pattern now with grants and everything.
And Joanne, did you say that you're going to send out all the accepts?
Yeah, it's easy for me to do. Believe me, it's like a mail merge type. It's very easy to do. Don't worry. It's like a mail merge type thing. And like I said, I'll do all of that. And then when you go in and you hit approval for the grants, the grant website automatically generates an email too. Because you have to put in the amount that was approved and all of this, and it generates a letter. They get an email letter from Mass Cultural website too.
And actually, when I did the, go ahead.
I'm sorry. And then, so in the past, we've always sent the W-9 and
Correct, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're.
all of it
okay.
together,
I
we'll
mean,
all
if you-
go, it'll be one quick blast and it's so much easier to do. And that way there, like I said, we're all like, we all were like, what did we do this year? Who did what? We were trying to figure out who did what. This way here, it's all done once together. We're not trying to say, okay, can you contact so-and-so? Can you contact so-and-so? And it's easier this way. It's all, and it's easy to do in a mail merge, real easy to do, so.
Well, thank you, Joanne. They're spoiling
Oh,
us.
you're welcome. It's
Yeah.
very easy to do, so that's
And
why I said.
and actually, just to follow up on that, when I did the declines, when you have the template, once you get rolling, it moves along pretty
It
fast.
moves real quick. It goes real quick. It's just like, okay, like I downloaded all the grants into an Excel, so it's very easy to do as far as, okay, sell so-and-so, this is the name. It takes it in. It's so much easier to do it that way, so.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. No problem. Plus, it keeps me busy.
It's like you don't have enough to do. I don't believe that.
I like you. I'm losing my mind, so this is anything else? Anybody have anything else?
Do we have to go through and finalize how much we're giving to people that we're saying yes to, or do we do that the next meeting? Or do we already do that?
I think we did that the last meeting too.
Okay.
Well, I will send you the Excel spreadsheet that I
Okay.
have, and
Okay.
it'll show, the denials,
Okay.
what we approve for who and everything, and that way that you can have that.
Yeah, I think if we didn't have anybody want to have their denial reviewed again, I think that we can leave the amounts the way they are.
So far, no one has, so
Yeah,
they've got a
right.
little more time to do so,
Okay.
but no one's come back and said no. Other than that, I don't think we have anything else, which is,
The next meeting date.
our next meeting, yes, thank you. I cannot believe it's going to be 2025 in a couple of weeks, but where did the year go? All right, so, I keep forgetting because everybody's schedule changes every now and then. What's a good night for everybody generally?
Doesn't matter.
Shannon, was there a particular night that wasn't good for you? I can't remember.
No, I think after next month, Thursdays seem to be a work for me, but I mean, I'm pretty much open on any night.
Thursdays are fine for me. Everybody else a Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
January 16th?
Yep.
Halfway through, 7 o'clock again?
Yeah.
Sure.
I won't be around, but I'll try to get on, but no promises.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna be in Florida for the month.
Good for you.
Awesome for you. Is that your, congratulations, I retired?
Yes,
You're gonna go down
that
and
is
relax.
exactly what it is.
Awesome, that is so good. Good for you. Everybody deserves to have some fun.
Absolutely.
It's fun and warm weather.
I know. All right.
All right. I'll work on the minutes and get those out by tomorrow.
Okay, all right. I'm going to move that we close our December 12th meeting.
It's easy.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, great. Well, wow. I'm going to say this, and I apologize if that's not the case. Merry Christmas to everybody and Happy New Year.
Well, thank you.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Happy holidays.
All right, and everybody have a safe one, all right?
That's right.
See you next year.
Yeah, see you next year.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Anna.
Hello, goodbye.
Hello, bye.
This is efficient.